Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl DJ Gigi Sweet, and this is another episode of Catch Up with Gigi Sweet. And this week we're catching up with one of the veterans in radio, Larry Winn, representing Cali AM900. What's going on, Larry?
How you doing?
I'm doing great. I am doing great. I said, you know what? I got to catch up with one of the veterans out there doing this thing in radio. And of course, Larry Winn, you've been doing your thing in LA radio for over 46 years. You come from St. Louis. Talk a little bit about how you got your start in radio.
Well, believe it or not, GJ, I started out wanting to be a sportscaster.
Okay.
And that's how it all began. My mother, she was very musically inclined. She listened to music like the Dells, Delphonics, groups like that. When I was there, but when I came to California, I pursued my broadcasting career. I went to Columbia School of Broadcasting in Hollywood at the time. Went through that process to give you 4 years to complete it. I completed it in 2. And then from there, that's how the radio started. But it was a journey more or less going towards music than sportscasting.
For sure. Now, with 46 years of radio experience, I am sure you have talked with some of the greats in your time doing interviews and whatnot. Talk about some of the best interviews that you've had, in your radio experience.
Well, Gigi, it'll take all day, but I'll name some. But if people go to my website, they can see a lot more people who I work with and interviewed. Mm-hmm. That's www.the-mellow-sounds with an S with LarryWinn.com.
And we have the website scrolling. We have the website address scrolling there at the bottom. That's right, the Mellow Sounds with LarryWinn.com.
Correct.
And give us 1 second. I'm gonna bring in we're gonna share your website real quick right here on screen. If you can see that. The Mellow Sounds with LarryWinn.com. That is the website. And we were asking him about some of the interesting interviews that he's had throughout the years. Oh, I see the one and only Quincy Jones up there, the one and only Michael Jackson, Gladys Knight, Mariah Carey. Talk a little bit about your experience.
Well, with Quincy, he and I go back during a time when it was a Playboy Jazz Festival.
Mm.
And we was in the backyard of Hugh Hefner's backyard for the Playboy press conference.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I met Quincy. And I met him through a good friend of mine, because a good friend of mine, Paula, she went to school with his daughter.
Oh, wow.
And that's how I met Quincy. And then when I met Quincy, we got to really talking and got to know each other. And we took this picture, which I didn't know the picture's going to blow up at that time the way it did. But he was telling me about Michael. He was telling me about James Ingram. He was telling me about Patty Austin, which is his goddaughter in the music industry and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he was an interesting guy. Then the second time, the following year at the press conference, we hooked up again because he introduced this new pianist, and also he introduced Jeff Goldblum, who was going to be at the Playboy at the time. And then at that time, we hooked up again, and then this time Herbie Hancock was talking to us. We was all sitting together, Quincy and I, and then Herbie came over and hugged both of us and took a picture. And my photographer took a picture of us, and it was in some magazine back then, which I can't recall, but it was in the magazine, Quincy, myself, and Herbie Hancock.
Wow.
Gladys, I interviewed at the award show at the Grammys along with Michael Jackson.
There's that picture there right there on your
well.
Facebook page. There's that picture on your Facebook page with you and Quincy right there.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He was interesting because he said, "Larry, you the man." I mean, this guy was so humble, and I was just talking about some things I was doing. He said, "Larry, stay the way you are, and it'll take you to the top."
For sure, for sure. Yeah, Quincy Jones, definitely. I had a chance along with, you had a chance to check out that last show, the 90th anniversary at the Hollywood Bowl. Talk a little bit about that experience.
It was nice. For some reason, he didn't show up because apparently he was kind of sick. But the show was fantastic. Matter of fact, I got a picture of that event on my wall right here at my desk of Quincy's 90th. It was July 28th and 29th at the Hollywood Bowl, 2023. So I got it here, so it will bring back memories.
For sure. We're talking to Larry Winn, Cali AM900, Friday nights right here in LA, 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. And you're doing your thing every Friday night. Obviously, you're going to be representing at some of the upcoming summer shows. Tell us a little bit about some of the summer shows coming up.
Well, we got right now on tap, I'm promoting all of the Hollywood Bowl shows from the Blue Note Jazz Festival to also we got the Earth, Wind, and Fire, the July 4th. We'll be doing that one. And they always have a fireworks show at that as well. I got Cyndi Lauper. I also have Charlie Wilson, Babyface with KC. I also have Cyndi Lauper. I also have Dave Koz with the Ohio Players. And then my last show at the Bowl is John Legend.
Okay, and we're on the website now. We're scrolling down, checking out some of the great shows that you guys are involved with throughout the summer. You can log on to the mellowsoundswithlarrywinn.com. As you can see, we're scrolling there. John Legend, that's the last show of the summertime lineup right there, September 28th. John Legend, of course, he does this thing. And wow, I see they have a mini Ripperton tribute. Wow, that
right. That one, they just put that in.
Okay.
And there will be more events added to the website. The Pacific of the Aquarium, that will be added in the next couple of days, and they got a bunch of dates of events and shows outside of the aquarium they do. So that should be up on the website with, I would say, about the first of next week. Also will be added as the Long Beach Jazz Festival.
Okay.
That's coming up. That's going to probably be maybe around either the 13th, 14th, and 15th, or the 10th, 11th, and 12th of August. That'll be added. Also be added sometime in August is the Catalina Jazz Festival.
Okay.
That will be added. And then other shows in August through December would be the shows at the Cerritos Performing Arts Theater. So it's just nonstop for 2025 of events that I'll be promoting on the Mellow Sounds, and it would be on the website as well. And interviews.
Right. That's right. Larry Winn representing for Cali AM900 and the Mellow Sounds.
Also ticket giveaways.
Okay.
And also OC Fair free ticket giveaways as well, Gigi. I forgot that. OC Fair as well.
Okay, that's right. Now we're talking with Larry Winn, Cali AM900 Friday nights. If you haven't heard a show like this, I mean, representing from the old school to the new school, R&B, so many different music styles. And the website, I mean, it has so many great artists on there, but they talk about, how unique your show is and the blend and variety of music from the past to the present. To what makes your show so unique, and what makes it so different from the other shows here in the LA market?
I give Gigi what you don't hear. That's the bottom line. What you don't hear, you hear with me.
Okay.
What hasn't been played in years, it will be played with me.
Okay, veteran radio personality. That's right, Larry Winn doing his thing. Now, tell me, you're talking about the love of the music and having a different type of playlist. Give me your Larry Winn's. Give me your top 3 artists that you love to play and be like, oh, when I hear this artist, oh man, your top 3 artists.
My top 3 artists would be. We'll have a bunch of them, but I'll just give you 3. MJ would be 1.
For sure.
Number 2 would be the Shylights.
Okay, all right.
Had to put in the old school nostalgic in there. And the other one would possibly be, that's gonna be kind of, I would say Gladys.
Oh yeah, I had a chance to check her out at the Queen show last week, and she was fabulous. Gladys, of course, Shaka Khan, Patti LaBelle, and our other girl. What you gonna do with my loving? What's our other girl? I can't think of her name right this second.
Stephanie Mills.
Stephanie Mills, yeah. So it was a great show, and of course Gladys did her thing. She actually opened up the show. So another great show there. Of course, Gladys Knight is a veteran performer, and I'm glad she's on your top 3. Now, I'll give you a little grace on this. You did your top 3 artists, but I know you have 5 favorite albums. Give me your top 5 favorite albums that if you had to put it on right now on the record player, this is my joint. I'm putting these top 5 on.
George Benson would be 1.
Oh, okay.
Kenny G would be 2. The Jacksons would be 3.
Okay.
And again, I would say, so I gave you 3. The other ones would be the Shylights. And another good one would be for me would be Barry Manilow.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's a good hot list right there. That's a good hot list. We're talking to my man, Larry Winn, doing his thing Friday nights on Cali AM900. So many things that he's promoting. He has ticket giveaways with the Hollywood Bowl, with the Cerritos Center for the Performing Arts. So many different things going on with his station and his show. And he has opportunities for you to check out his website, the Mellow Sounds with LarryWinn.com. And also, if someone wanted to, let me put your email address there, because we want you to tell us a little bit about how they can, there's your email address right there. Tell us a little bit about how they can become a sponsor, or if they want to advertise with you. Tell us a little bit about some of your advertising opportunities.
Well, we got all types of programs. You know how people can come on board. If you have multiple locations, if you're a business or an individual, depending on what type of budget you have, I'll work with you. So that wouldn't be an issue. But the more you come on board and stay, the results are massive that you'll see in return by advertising on the Mellow Sound, because the Mellow Sound has been around for 47 years here in the LA market. And now dealing with MeTV, and MeTV Plus now. I got a project going where, I could be a good possibility of a casino down in Laughlin and a car rental of a nostalgic TV series from MeTV and TV Plus. I'll be putting together a trivia, a nostalgic question for someone to win, to have a free trip down to Laughlin and a free rental ride down to Laughlin for this particular contest. So that's in the works, which will be happening in the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
But if they want to advertise based on your budget, it doesn't really matter. but but the range is so wide to gather to lure, I would say, consumers with the different platforms Mellow Sounds is on. The response is great for anybody who advertises on the Mellow Sounds.
Okay. And we have your email address there. We have your email address right there. And also, we're going to bring the website up one more time right there. The Mellow Sounds with LarryWinn.com. You can check that out and hit him up for advertising opportunities, interviews, new artists out there, old school artists doing their thing. You can hit him up right there. Or there's his email address right there, LarryMellowSounds@yahoo.com. And we've been talking to the one and only Larry Winn, representing Cali AM900. Any last words?
Well, I'm glad, Gigi, to have the opportunity to be on your podcast, to be able to, let people know about this program, because this program is very unique. It's more of I call it, it's a radio show on radio. And some people call it a concert, because the music I play is so dynamic that you don't hear. They can't wait to hear what I play each week. So different, so unique, sure, that you just can't believe it. Because people, when they hear this show, people can't believe what they're hearing, from jazz to R&B to pop, jazz, old school, a little contemporary country. You also hear, like I said, old school, but you also hear a little gospel. But soundtracks, everything in it. It's just everything you can ever think of, I throw in there. But I have it so blended and just flows for everybody to enjoy, to help make their weekend much more pleasant.
That's right. Larry Winn, Cali AM900. If you're in your ride this Friday night, turn it on. Cali AM900 Friday nights at 11 p.m., 3-hour program, 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. And you can log on to his website, the Mellow Sounds with LarryWinn.com. And I'm your girl, DJ Gigi Sweet. This is another edition of Catch Up with Gigi Sweet. We'll see you next time.